welcome back to Wiggles and Worksheets with Amaya. I'm Mia, and as you know from the introduction, I am homeschooling my daughter this year. This is our very first year homeschooling. I'm nervous but excited. School officially starts back in 5 days. Yeah, I think the 11th they start back. And I just want to take a few minutes and get on here and discuss why I chose to homeschool my daughter this year, and what I'm hoping this journey will look like for us. Cause it was a rough patch. It was a rough patch, you know, this school year. Let me start off by saying that my daughter has been in school since K3. Because they said it was going to be helpful for her since she is autistic, to be around other kids her age, to pick up more words and, you know, learn a little bit of language, get in there. So I did that. So I felt like from K3 until she got to K3 and K4, she did good. She had her moments where she didn't like being told no and all this other good stuff. So she got out of that, and she actually was very good, and behavior-wise was very good. Her learning style picked up, but I'm not sure what happened or transpired from K4 till she got to kindergarten. She did a whole 360, but I definitely get into that. So, as you know, for me, homeschooling was not part of the plan, but after seeing how much my daughter was struggling in the traditional classroom setting, even with her IEP plan in place and things like that, it was very difficult. Part of the reason why I decided to homeschool, not only because she's autistic and has ADHD, she's a gestalt language processor and has global developmental delay. And I felt like her learning style in school was not working. I don't know for sure what the issues were per se. All I know is, she had a bad day. She wasn't focused. She wasn't, doing her work. She was crawling on the floor. She won't sit in circle time. She was having meltdowns, the whole 9 yards. Particularly, I could not sit in the classrooms to observe her, my child. I couldn't observe her. So it made it kind of difficult for me to help the teacher with certain things. Now, when it came to her meltdowns, I told her, from what I learned from when she was in ABA therapy, I told her, do the countdowns from 5 to 1. Tell her to blow the candles like she used to blowing the candle at a birthday cake, and it works fine for me. With her doing it in school setting, I don't know how quick she would have caught on to be like, okay, I need to do this, just because she's never done it there before, and she's never really had to until she got to kindergarten. So they only tried it one time and said it wasn't working. Then she turned around and said she forgot. I don't know. So that's part of the reason I felt like they weren't really listening to what I was saying or trying to, help them as much as I could. And I was trying to get more information about, exactly what's transpiring before she's having these meltdowns. When you say she's not focusing, can you elaborate a little bit more? Like, what are y'all doing? And then her OT therapist was like, I don't think she's being challenged enough, which is why she's not focused, because I was challenging her a little bit more today in a session that she had. And she was on it. She wasn't trying to go nowhere else. Like, her focus was on that challenge. And I was like, I said, well, it's close to the end of the school year now, so I'll definitely incorporate it when I start homeschooling her. So that's what I'm gonna do. But even though, her experience just in the world in general is going to be different, it's beautiful. And I just feel like right now, because I don't know for sure the best learning style for her, while in school, I just feel like the school system was not catered to her at this point in time. And I don't blame the school. I just feel like because I couldn't see exactly what was going on, I couldn't fully help them to help her. So that's part of the reason why I decided to homeschool. And her meltdowns was being more consistent, especially when it got closer to the end of the year. She was actually getting sick frequently in school, and she missed a lot of days. And I know this year they'll definitely count against her. And I was like, well, I don't know if the school in general, was making her sick, or, cause she'll be good one minute, the next minute she coming home barking like a dog. Now she do have allergies too, they're real bad. So she take allergy medicine every day. So, but me personally, I just really wanted to get a one-on-one with her myself, so I can see what type of learning style she has, what works for her, what doesn't work for her, see how her attention span is while I'm teaching her. I'm basically just trying to see, just in case I do decide to send her back to public school, okay, I know this for a fact will work. So if they have issues or whatever the case may be, I can help them with that. So I don't want to feel like I'm not a help, because I know certain things will help her. I'm sorry, y'all, that balloon scared me. I know certain things that will help her. And some stuff they was asking, I was just like, because sometimes she never done it. But also, I do realize that her reading level was below the first grade level. So I definitely want to focus on that. But I also want to make learning for her how she learns. Like, she's a play-based learner. She loves music. She loves different characters. She like dinosaurs, Bluey, Mickey, Moana, and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and incorporate some of those things into her learning, whether it be for reading, math, science, social studies. I'm gonna incorporate that into the curriculum for her, so I feel like it'll better catch her attention to learn. So a lot of our learning this year is gonna be play-based and musical, and hopefully she'll be able to, I know she'll be able to pick up some stuff, but I hope it'll help. But I also want to try and get it to where if I do put her back in the public school system, she will know the rules of, just having to sit in a chair and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm not sure if I am gonna put her back in public school. But I definitely will get her out, like to the parks and stuff, so she can be around other kids and play, so she'll have that social life. So let's see what else. Yes, as this journey is about to start, I have spent a lot of time preparing for her learning. I did my own curriculum for her. I just got some books and stuff that I needed, especially going based off the what the school system is, because I'm not under no umbrellas. No association or anything where you get curriculums and stuff from. I'm still with the school district, so I'm following that, and I just enjoy the fact that her being homeschooled is only going to be like 4.5 hours, instead of the long days that they have in school, 6.5, 7 hours, whatever it is. So I feel like that'll be better for her. And I don't feel like she'll be overwhelmed or overstimulated. So, because when she get home, sometimes she'll be out the walls. She's like, what's going on? No, but I definitely going to give out give this curriculum a try. And since it is my first year, I know it is trial and error. So I'm not too much worried about that. I just want to make sure that I'm definitely making the right step for her, which I feel like I'm helping her in a way, because I can actually see what she would need help on the most. And like I said, reading is something that she needs help with the most. I have heard her do some math, and I have seen her do some math, so it's a plus. But I just definitely want to create a space for her where she's not forced to fit into a box, and where her learning is seen, honored, and supported. And that's my goal for this year. I also feel like while she's in school, because this lady named Miss Story, I love her. She's a sweetheart. I met her not so long ago, and she does drumming therapy for kids and adults and teenagers with autism. And I honestly forgot the name of the drum that she said she used, but I thought it was very intriguing. But she was telling me, and I'm definitely gonna do some research myself too, though. But the schools are tailored to one side of the brain, which I think she said is the left side, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to quote her wrong. So with my daughter, most likely she's the right brain learner, so that's why she loves music and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, that's what I'm gonna tailor her curriculum around. And she was like, well, that's good. She'll definitely pick on quickly. And I was like, okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So my point of that is, they were saying, well, she feels like the school system is tailored to left-brained people, and how they learn. And then I don't believe it's just, for kids with autism. A lot of people have a hard time learning. Like with me, I had a hard time learning. School definitely was not my area. So I was like, I wonder if I was a right brain learner, because I definitely have been zoned out somewhere. But no. Excuse me. What I'll be teaching her from is the Spectrum Math, Grade 1 by Carson Delosa Education, for simple step-by-step concepts that won't overwhelm her. I also have 180 days of reading, of science, and social studies to give her consistent structured exposure to the core subjects. Writing without tears to help her with handwriting and reduce her frustration, which I've heard so much about writing with tears. And I've been meaning to get the books anyway, to help her with her writing. But I got them this year for her, part of her curriculum. And I feel like she's gonna do good with it. She definitely loves to write, though. I can give her that. Even though she writes really big, so we're working on slimming it down. So that's part of it too. And apart from that, I will be doing circle time. And my goal this week is to definitely get that implemented and ready before school starts back. Because I've been kind of back and forth about what I want to do with circle time. But I'm gonna get there, and trust me, y'all gonna have fun like we is, because like I said, it's wiggles and worksheets, and it ain't called that for nothing, okay? But that's what we'll start our day off with circle time. Sorry y'all, I thought she was coming down, her little silly self. She does go to speech on Mondays. So Mondays for us, it's gonna be a kind of hectic starting off, because I'm doing like a split schedule, since she do have therapy, and I want her to continue her speech and OT on Mondays, because it's a hassle when it comes to switching the schedules and stuff. But she does do that on Mondays. But I have talked to her speech therapist and occupational therapist, and they gave me some tips and ideas that I can do while she's not there. So on Wednesdays, I will do speech with her again, and on Thursdays, I will do occupational therapy with her again. So no, I'm not a speech therapist or an occupational therapist, but I have been learning and have found some helpful tips that I can use with her, that they kind of implement while they're in sessions with her. So I will be doing that. So like I said, there'll be a lot of movement, some sensory play, and some hands-on learning, all built into this 4.5 hours that she will be learning. And no, I'm not finna pile it on her. We're going at her pace, and that's that. So some things that I hope to see throughout this homeschooling journey for this first year is I hope that she'll grow more confident. I hope that she will enjoy learning again. I hope that from our home, she can have a safe space where she can shine in her own little way. Even on the hard days, I want her to feel supported and free to be herself. And also to other parents who are thinking about it, but you're unsure, I just want to say this. You don't have to know everything to start. You just have to be willing to try. As I am not a trained teacher, I am her mom, and that is more than enough to begin. Always advocate for your kids. If you feel like you want to homeschool them or whatever the case may be, go for it. I'm nervous. I'm scared a little bit. I've got a lot of emotions going on with this, but I want to do what I feel is best for her, and I feel like homeschooling her this year is going to be best for her. Especially because it's just been so much going on. I won't go into details about the horror stories I done heard because I don't want to round nobody up. But I just think if that's what it is that you want to do, I say go for it. I did not plan on being on here this long because I just want to give a little background of the homeschooling. And like I said, it starts in 6 days. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I am ready. Surprisingly, she is ready. Well, she says she's ready, but we're going to see how that goes. But I definitely just want to give a great thank you for being here and for following along this journey. I'll be sharing updates as we begin. With what works and what we have to adjust and everything in between. So I just ask that you hit the like button, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell as you come in. And yeah, and you will know when the latest video drops. And you can come and wiggle with us. We are just getting started, and I can't wait to see where this year takes us. And I just want to welcome y'all again on our homeschooling journey. So y'all can laugh, cry, and play with us. The whole 9 yards, whatever come in between. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope y'all have a great, wonderful day, week, weekend, night, whatever time of day it is. Thanks again. Bye.